Sir Bobby Robson needed a win to keep the title dream alive as his Newcastle United team hosted Manchester United. There was a full house full of anticipation as Alan Shearer led them out. The Magpies were third, 3 points behind Arsenal and United. Much to look forward to. There'd be no fewer than 19 goals between the two teams in the last 3 fixtures. Two nights coming together to joust for English football's premier prize. Manchester United had won 7 Premiership titles in the last 10 years. Newcastle was seeking their first championship in 76 years. Nobby Solano was fit again to slot in on the right side of midfield. He replaced Brian Kerr. There was still no Gary Speed. Aaron Hughes returned at the expense of Andy O'Brien. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer returned to the starting lineup for the Red Devils after playing just a few minutes in their Champions League defeat against Real Madrid. He had 8 Premiership goals to his credit. A shock though as Gary Neville was dropped to the bench, joining his brother Phil, and no David Beckham. He was out with a hamstring injury. John O'Shea was back in the starting 11. Sir Bobby Robson had taken Newcastle to within touching distance of Geordie glory. Could they go all the way? Steve Banyard is the commentator.
Champions are made, challengers are destroyed in a week like this. In August it started with 20, it's now down to 3. Tonight it could be 2 if Newcastle fail to win today. It's the critical week in the race for the title. Ball given away by Bernard. Chipped on here towards Ruud van Nistelrooy. John O'Shea, ever supportive. 3 in the middle for Manchester United, and the first corner of the match. Well, Ruud van Nistelrooy is really looking as sharp as attack again. Who Sir Bobby Robson knows well. They had a season together at PSV Eindhoven. Easily dealt with near post. Tremendous atmosphere, of course, today. Pitch looking pristine. Bernard going up for the header along with Rio Ferdinand. He's played in all bar one of United's matches since Boxing Day. It's just a question of who to play alongside Rio Ferdinand. Some good intelligent play by the Geordies, and it's whacked away by Mikael Silvestre for a Newcastle corner. Really clever play that by Bernard, tracking into the space abandoned by Wes Brown as he was busy foraging back, keeping an eye on Viana. Viana with the corner, too high for Shearer. Bernard caught late, free kick. It's Newcastle's turn to take it quickly. And hit first time, Barthez on the volley from Bellamy. Hammered back, oh my goodness, what a goal! Jermaine Jenas! Stunning! The gauntlet's been thrown down by Newcastle. And what a way to hit them. Manchester United have played some very quick free kicks this season, but their Barthez saving initially. It came back for Jermaine Jenas, and he thumped it past the Manchester United keeper. True as an arrow. Viana. Foot rather high there by Viana. Keane. Quality of the crossing has left a bit to be desired by Manchester United so far this afternoon. Deliveries have been overhit on more than one occasion. Scholes. Giggs. Great flick. Van Nistelrooy. Space to run at Newcastle's defence all of a sudden. Giggs. Chance here. It's the equalising goal. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's 1-1. And they say that true greatness emerges at critical moments. Well, this was a fabulous interchange. The ball there from Giggs, measured to perfection. Solskjaer onside, tucked it away beautifully. Everybody was looking at the assistant on this near side, and the flag stayed down, and he was absolutely right. Solskjaer onside, it's 1-1. Keane, Solskjaer. And again. And the travelling supporters are left. It's probably not done too much for Arsenal fans, though. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. 9 Premiership goals this season. He really is Mr. Dependable. And here he is working well with Scholes, and suddenly it's 2-1. 2 goals in quick succession. Solskjaer and Scholes, and Manchester United forge ahead of Newcastle here at St James's. Newcastle really didn't deal with it properly, and Scholes and Solskjaer, great little 1-2, and it's 1-2 the score here at St James's Park as well. That goal from Jermaine Jenas has certainly sparked Manchester United, who've dominated territorially in the last few minutes. It's doing something to think about for Sir Bobby all of a sudden. I'm sure Sir Bobby said at the beginning of the season that if Newcastle did better than last year, above 4th, he'd do a Le Mans Loire celebratory tumble. Now that would be interesting. Jenas. His goal wiped out now. Dyer. Bernard. Viana. What's Newcastle's response? Dyer. Squeezing it back for Viana. Ferdinand finds Keane, the referee right adjacent to Keane, despite appeals for handball from home supporters. Scholes to Giggs. Back towards Scholes. Brilliant from Manchester United. Suddenly that surge of pace from midfield. And Scholes, Giggs, Van Nistelrooy all in forward areas. But this man has turned the match. Solskjaer scoring one, making the second. Short for Giggs. Still Giggs. Touched off here, and Scholes! Well, He almost burst the net with that, Paul Scholes. A thumping drive from the number 18 for Manchester United. Suddenly 3 goals in quick succession. Teed up for him, and a belter. Hit with venom, hit with purpose, to send Manchester United to a 3-1 lead. Oh, hesitation there by Mikhail Silvestre. Bellamy's in. Bellamy's wide. It's a perfect spring afternoon for football. Shadows of the main stand here, the Jackie Melbourne stand, just cast over the near third of the pitch. Jackie Melbourne still Newcastle's all-time top scorer, shearing third at the moment. Here goes Scholes for Manchester United. Van Nistelrooy has to check his run to avoid being offside. Keane to O'Shea. What a wonderful player, John O'Shea. Brilliant, off the woodwork, chance to tuck it away. And it's hammered home by Ryan Giggs for number 4. Well, what a turnaround in this match. And John O'Shea has to take much of the credit for Manchester United's 4th there. A dazzling run by the Republic of Ireland fullback. And I tell you, there are some fans who were already making their way down for a half-time cup of tea here. John O'Shea dancing between Newcastle's defenders. Unlucky not to score himself, but Giggs wasn't going to miss from there. A little bit dazzled, you might say. It's enough to drive some people to tears, but Sir Bobby never really expected the title dream to arrive this season. No doubts that Newcastle have made tremendous strides. He actually says in his programme notes today that he sees this as much as a marker really as to how well they can cope with the top 2. Solano, Hughes on the outside. It's not the sort of delivery Alan Shearer was hoping for. Mission improbable, looks like mission impossible for Newcastle now. 4-1 at half-time in favour of the visitors, who surely now are going to be back on top of the tree tonight. 4-1 at half-time. Scholes. John O'Shea just outside in here. He's hustled all the way by Aaron Hughes. And Newcastle really, they don't have any other choice. Their possible championship aspirations are dangling by the thinnest of threads. Surely for them it's all out attack. Bellamy and Shearer didn't really get any great chances in that first 45. Bellamy had that one where he dragged it wide of Barthez into United goal. Jenas for Dyer. Shearer just on the edge of the area here. Trying to slide it in for Solano. Nice idea. Solano, who scored on his last 2 Liga matches, and here the idea from Bellamy to play it in behind Mikhail Silvestre was a good one. Solskjaer, Gary Neville outside him. What an impact this would be. And it's a hat-trick for Paul Scholes. It's 5 for Manchester United. Newcastle United have been torn apart today. 2 defenders, both going for the same ball, Bramble and Bernard. And Solskjaer with the presence of Gary Neville outside him. Scholes drilling it in near post to claim his hat-trick. They have been awesome. 1907's record win for Manchester United here is in serious doubt. Nicky Butt is just off the pitch at the moment, just receiving treatment on this near touchline. Manchester United playing with 10. We'll just determine how serious that injury is. But here's Viana on to Bellamy. Shearer in the middle here for Newcastle, looking for Shearer. Vital touch away by Silvestre. Nicky Butt back on. Here's Viana. Solano. All bar given in the Manchester United half. And a chance possibly here. Titus Bramble, almost with a nosebleed in that sort of territory. And I have to say, Wes Brown getting across quickly to cover, but they've left him unguarded, Manchester United. Building for the future, Sir Bobby, but with definite hopes for the present. 5-1, not the dream he'd been hoping for when he went to bed last night. Scholes drilling a glorious ball here towards Solskjaer. Forlan in the middle, Forlan leaves it. And Nicky Butt almost pouncing. Not too often Nicky Butt gets a goal. And Newcastle's defending has gone completely awry momentarily. Forlan goes down, it's a penalty. Bramble's challenge. And things going from bad to worse for Newcastle, getting better and better for Manchester United. Van Nistelrooy with 10 successful penalties this season. This to make it 18 in his United career and join Eric Cantona on 18. No doubt, no question, 36 goals this season for Ruud van Nistelrooy, and Manchester United have equalled their best ever score at St James's Park. Sent given the wrong way, and his impeccable penalty taking just goes on and on. Lovely curling pass out to Hugo Viana. Manchester United have resisted Newcastle's best efforts. Playing with a freedom and a confidence now of a side that know they're really in full flow. Solskjaer there, denied by some great quick feet from Titus Bramble. Manchester United always seem to switch it up a gear in the second half of a season. Woodgate, Shearer, Bellamy, all forward, but here's Dyer teeing up Viana. Well parried by Bartes, and the return from Woodgate not too far away, I fancy. And the element of surprise used by Newcastle here, and too hot to handle for the Manchester United keeper. To be fair, Woodgate's shot was always screwing wider and wider of the Manchester United goal. Ferdinand stretching, Silvestre away, Scholes, another slip by Forlan. I think he better change his studs. Here's Bellamy, Dyer. One little bright sparkle in the match for Newcastle has been the form of Jermaine Jenas and Kieran Dyer. Bernard lining one up. No freakish goal for Olivier Bernard this time around. Disconsolate and in despair. And he said they were out of the title race after their defeat at Everton. There's no doubt at all about that now. Silvestre. Forlan with plenty of running in him. Quality of Forlan's final ball as after a couple of opportunities wasted, but Newcastle on the break here, chance to pull one back with Shearer. And even when Alan Shearer's got a sight of goal, it's not going right for Newcastle today. Good save by Bartes. Shearer normally so lethal from those sorts of areas. Keane. Manchester United at times looking to go to strolling pace. Scholes lining up a fourth, perhaps. Not as far as Neville. And given holding on the second time. Dyer. Oh, unlucky. There's a super footwork from Kieran Dyer. Linking with Craig Bellamy. Lovely weight on the return pass as well. Just trying to curl it in off the outstep of the right boot. It's a fairly relaxed approach from Manchester United now. Forlan took a little push in the back from, well, the other way around, Loire. Getting a push in the back from Diego Forlan. Bernard. Jenas. Nicky Butt. Forlan. Gary Neville. And Bartes with a dreadful clearance. There's a possible opportunity here for Newcastle, and they've pulled a goal back. Shola Amiobi gets the consolation. And Fabien Barthez, not for the first time this week, with a very characterful display. Shearer was offside originally, but not interfering with play, hence the move was allowed to continue. But Amiobi with the strength to hold off his man, and a great little dink over the goalkeeper to make it 6-2. Woodgate. It's the title race down to 2 for sure now. Manchester United surged to the top with a 6-2 thrashing of Newcastle United today.
Well, that contest certainly kept up the goal average in meetings between the two sides. 27 now in 4 matches at more than 6 a time. Manchester United ended up as champions for the 8th time in 11 years. Although Newcastle were humiliated, they did make progress under Sir Bobby Robson by finishing 3rd in the Premiership and qualifying for the Champions League for the 2nd season in a row.